Okay, everyone. I'm so excited that we have a full house of Miriam You tonight. I am just going to mute some background noise, and then I am going to be quick and invite my best friend in the world, my other half, one of my favorite people ever. That's I don't think ever come in the Zoom.
I have been.
I am, as most of you obviously can guess, I was uber excited about the fact that my sister came to the Epic training this weekend. This was her first big event. And I just want to let her share from her perspective, because I think it's just great for all of us to hear. What does someone think when they go to something like that they've never been to, even though she's been involved in Miriam for 3 years? This was the right time for her to go. So, Nana, share some stuff.
Oh, you're funny. Okay, so I am going to start by actually doing the opposite and talk about the negative reasons why I wasn't, 100% into going. Of course, this is a much better time for me because my health has gotten, to the place where I can really focus my mind on something instead of half-assing it, because everything else was health, and now I'm healthy, so can do other stuff. So I went in with the mind state of, I'm going to have fun. I know the people in Miriam, it's going to be awesome. But at the same time, I had my reservations about how the entire weekend was going to go, if I was just going to be kind of up to my neck with like, okay, I need a break from this, or kind of like the cheesy factor was kind of something that was in the back of my head. I mean, I've only seen like seminars and stuff on videos and things, and a lot of them felt very fake and felt very cheesy. I mean, there's no other word to say it, but just kind of like, oh, roll your eyes type stuff. Not only was it not like that, but it was pretty much the exact opposite. Instead, I felt like it was just a room full of real people. The other thing that I loved is, Miriam aside, it really just kind of helped me so much in different aspects of my life. There was a lot of great training, that I loved, like Anna's training was mainly about like social media, and she kind of put some stuff in my head that I just never even thought about. And I think Caroline can share, what she did, but mainly I want to say 80% of the time was just like uplifting and it's stuff that really matters for your whole life, for your relationships, for your day-to-day, your organization, just everything, like the whole 300, things that make up your life. It really touched on every single thing. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a lot of Miriam, and it was really crazy. Even things about my health, about my weight, like everything like was inspirational on different aspects. And that was a lot. That was really great for me. And one other thing that I'll share that I haven't even told Caroline, but I, dealing with everything that I did with my health, I never really put pen to paper, stuff that I was feeling about how Miriam changed my life and changed my sister's life in so many ways that I can't even explain. And somehow out of nowhere, I had a bathroom conversation with Karen. Is it DeSantis, right? Karen?
Yeah.
Had a hallway conversation with her, literally in the bathroom. And something that she sparked inside of me, I went out back to the convention and I maybe wrote 5 pages of just my experience and how things change. Excuse me 1 second.
You gotta move. I gotta get out.
Oh, no worries. I'll go forward. This is a parking spot, by the way, and this guy's asking me to move. What an idiot. So long story short, I was able to kind of pen emotions and things that I never even, that was just sloppy in my mind. And I was able to articulate and put it all into place just from the motivation of the weekend. So that was amazing for me. I'll go over one more thing and then I'm done because I can't talk this much on Zoom. But one other thing that I absolutely loved was the phone call that, what is his name again, Callie? Sorry.
Scott Christensen.
Scott Christensen, which I loved his attitude, just like slick back, cool guy. But what I loved about his, everybody has a different section that they go over, and his, after he talked, he's like, I'm going to make a live call right now, and I want you guys just to listen to it. And this is a surprise live call. Like, this wasn't planned. And he went into the back, he wasn't even on stage. He went into the back and he made a live call that all of us could hear. And he called a gentleman that was in construction. And what I loved most about the call, it took no more than 4 minutes. And he didn't even mention Miriam. He didn't mention what the company did. He did nothing. All he did was like connect with this person on another level. He started a conversation by saying, hey man, what do you do? And so he started talking about his construction. He's been doing this for, God knows how many years, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, okay, hon, sounds like you work really hard. I mean, are you loving it? Is this your dream job? Or, however he phrased it. And the guy was like, man, no, in 1 2-minute conversation, he was able to like connect with this gentleman on something that wasn't even near him. It was just kind of like, what are you about? What do you know? And I just like heard in the guy's voice go from being very like, oh, who's this? What is this? To being like, hey man, that, just like becoming a friendly in one conversation. And that was like just crazy to me. I was like, whoa. How did that just happen? And then at the end, he said, look, he shared a lot about his personal life. Then the gentleman shared a lot. So they were like, really just vibing and feeling each other. And then he ended it like short and sweet. Hey, ma'am, I'm going to send you some information. Look at it. Let me know. Just like very carefree, no pressure, and not even going into like this business aspect, which I was very impressed by that. And so, yeah, there's so many things I could go on and on about the weekend because it was jam-packed. Caroline had me running around like a crazy person. But, yeah, those were my main takeaways from everything.
That's amazing. So I'll ask you one more thing because my favorite person in the whole weekend was, what did you get out of David Bird?
Well, of course, his saying that made me laugh hysterically, that he said, if you're not planning tomorrow, yesterday, you're just dead. And I was like, whoa. And he's right. He's totally right. I luckily have been in the past few months that I got my head and my brain back together, been just jotting down everything and using my calendar like crazy. But he's right. The hours go by, if you wake up in the morning and you're trying to plan your day, it's gone. If you do it the night before, you see that you use all your time. And he's awesome, and he's tough. That's what I liked about him too. He's not like a easygoing, when he talks about stuff, he's up front and he's real. And he's like, if you're not doing this, you suck, basically. Yeah, he was awesome.
Amazing. Well, it was an epic weekend for me because you were there, and that's obviously what was supposed to happen. I am going to let my mom just say a few words because I just have to. She has to say something, and then we'll get started with the training.
No, I can't because I'm just crying. I can't say anything. I can. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I dreamed for you, my girls, 3 years ago. That's the vision that I had for you girls, being on their own and working for yourselves and accomplishing everything that you guys have the power to accomplish without, other people putting in your head that you're capable or not capable to do it. For me, that's it. Like, I wanted to be there with you girls, but I think it was the best thing especially for Ariana, to see that and connect it with everybody there. And and see for herself that the potential that everybody, all of us, any one of us can have it if if you have your mindset and if you have the right tools and the right people around you, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I'm just emotional right now.
Dream team, dream team. So I know Erica got on here. Erica, love, are you able to speak? I think I unmuted you. Can you hear us? Oh, okay. I see you, but somehow I don't hear you yet. Okay, now I hear you.
Okay. I
would
think
love
my
for you to
headset.
share something about the weekend as well, because it was epic with you there too, my darling. So share something.
Okay. Well, I guess I had my epiphany that it's real a while ago. But I always enjoy when watching somebody else kind of turn on by it. So I'm happy that Ariana was there to share with us too.
Thank you. Thanks, love.
Yeah, for me, it's again, well, I feel two things about Epic. I've been to 2 conferences, and this is my second Epic. And for me, the intimacy and closeness of Epic is just, it blows my mind every time. Like, it's so up close and personal. It's not this thing up on a stage far away that I can't touch or feel or see. It's like, it's a closed stage, and then I get to touch, see, and feel it as well, because there's a lot of one-on-one time and time to interact with the people that are presenting. So I love Epic for that. And my David Bird takeaway, I think, was that if I look or feel or like prejudge David Bird, it would be that he's an unfamiliar evangelical Christian in his approach, in his past approach to life. And to hear him talk about the importance of meditation, coming from the background that I sort of surmised that he had, really just elevated the importance of spending time quieting my mind, which I have done almost never. And with struggling with relationship with myself, I think that's going to make a huge improvement for me.
Oh, I love you. I love you for sharing your heart. And we had many moments of grabbing each other during some of the segments, but I'm so happy you were there, love.
Yeah, it was really good. Really, really good.
Aww. And the next event, Dream Team, we all need to be there together. The Dream Team is going to rock our next event. I was popped on to Annie's Zoom this morning with Randy, and we shared some good stuff. And so I'll forward you guys that recording, and you guys can watch it whenever you have time.
Thanks.
But yeah, I'm just really excited that you guys made it tonight. And I will, if anyone has any questions or anything they want to say, we'll be happy to unmute yourself. Otherwise, I'll start our Miriam You.